Hello my dears, this is Sarah from SheHoldsDearly.com. Today I want to show you 10 ways to use thrifted linens. So a lot of times we will take our, I'm calling them thrifted linens. It also means vintage linens, hand-me-downs. Any type of fabric that you love, you don't want to get rid of. It has some cool details and texture to it, but you just can't quite figure out what to do with it. That's what I want to talk about today. So, for instance, we had a lot of tablecloths and cloth napkins from my relatives growing up, and my mom would just keep them in drawers in the dining room, and maybe they would get used once a year, but a lot of times they would just never get used. So here's some creative ways to use fabrics like that maybe have great monograms or lace edging or something. And starting with number one, which is actually not a feminine piece of fabric, but this used to be a men's dress shirt. I have a video on this, but I turned a men's dress shirt that I got at a garage sale last summer into this little Bistro Apron. And I actually got it in the free box, which is extra fun, and turned it into a little apron. So that's fun if you have sentimental men's dress shirts for whatever reason. You could do something cute like that. Okay, number two has to do with doilies. And I'm not opposed to doilies. They're not super popular just the way they used to be used, just as sort of an anchoring piece on a table under a vase or something. But I love them for buntings. You can fold them in half. You can stitch bias tape on them. And they're cute for parties or little girls' rooms. I also love them at Christmas because they look to me like snowflakes. And I have in my head a blog post I want to do on a bunch of different ways you can use doilies at Christmas time to just have that snowflake feel. But I inherited a rather strange one from my grandmother. I got this bird. Just weird. I've never seen another one like it. And I didn't know what to do with it, and I was about to just get rid of it, and then I had this moment of aha moment. And I thought, I'm gonna put this on my linen skirt that I got at Goodwill and make sort of a knockoff poodle skirt. Yep. Okay, number three is crocheted runners. Number four, I'm gonna talk about another type of runner, I'll show you, but first of all, we're gonna talk about the crocheted runners, which I think are beautiful if you put them on the bottom of a drape. So these used to be my curtains in my bedroom. And I have a blog post, not a YouTube video, but a blog post on how I made these. You could actually do it without sewing. I just hand stitched these along the bottom of these curtain panels. You could hot glue them if this sewing was holding you back. And the post is called No Sew Lace Curtains. I'll link that for you. Okay, number four. This is another use for table runners that I love to do. Is you just simply cut them in half, fold them over and stitch them down, and make cafe curtains. So these are for my kitchen. Great use for table runners. Number five has to do with twin size dust ruffles. That's usually the size I get. I don't normally see cool larger dust ruffles, so I just use twin size. There's a lot of ways to use dust ruffles, which probably means I mistitled this video. I think there's more like 15 ideas in this video, but it's okay. So I love dust ruffles for curtains. I'll cut them in half, and I always look for one. See, this one has a really pretty edge. I think I paid $1 for this dust ruffle. And if you find them that have really neat edges that you like, okay, so I have cut them right down the middle, and then I'll have drapes that have, you know, on each side has the pretty edge. I've used them for shower curtains. I really like them for tablecloths, for those 6-foot banquet tables that you set up for parties and things. They fit nicely for that. And then I did a video a while back on turning a dust ruffle into just kind of a light linen blanket, just stitching it on. I machine stitched it onto a huge piece of linen. And it's just a beautiful blanket. We especially love it in the summer, and I drape it over my couch as well. Okay, number 6, sheets, just regular flat bed sheets. I always look for these when I'm out thrifting, and they're good. You have to like the pattern, you have to like the feel of it, they can't be too ratty, all those things. But if you can find a good flat bed sheet, think of it as more than a bed sheet. It's just a huge piece of fabric. And so a lot of times I'll buy that and I'll make whatever I want out of it. So I made a slipcover out of a bed sheet that I bought. I made a few slipcovers out of bed sheets. So think of them as fabric, and of course the possibilities are endless at that point. Number 7 is something I did a while back with a lace tablecloth, and I don't have it with me because it was a gift to my nieces, so they have it. But I took a lace tablecloth and built just a simple frame with 1x2 boards and made it into a tent. And so I will link that below, but easy to turn a lace tablecloth into a super cute tent for little kids. Okay, number 8, handkerchiefs. Now, this might be a little stressful for you, but I'm not opposed to altering things. It's kind of my philosophy around here that it's fine to cut up things or repaint things as long as that antique is becoming something that's loved again and gets to live on. That's my philosophy. So I took some of my grandmother's handkerchiefs and I made these little driftwood sailboats, and I'll link the video for this, but I use them in my summer decorating, and then this also is going to be a gift for my mom. I hope she's not upset that I cut the handkerchief, but we'll find out. And this is a piece of driftwood from their beach house, so I thought it was a cool gift. Number 9 is a lace screen, and these are cool for hanging on the wall. I actually made it as a solution for a problem that we had in our house. We had a few windows in our house that didn't have screens, and we don't have air conditioning, so we depend on being able to open our windows. So I got tired of waiting for screens to get, real ones to get put in our windows, and I just took a lace curtain one day and cut it up, built this little frame really quick and stapled it. It's just stapled onto the back, and I popped this in our window, and it's so pretty, and I don't even care about frames anymore. I just love these. So that's a fun solution if you have some lace you want to use up. All right, last but not least, number 10, I have a chair. Now, caveat, I cheated a little. I couldn't find the piece I wanted for the back of this French chair that I redid. I wanted to find like a embroidered tea towel or something, and I couldn't find it. So I went ahead and just took this old French hemp sheet that I had, and I embroidered this wreath on here, and I wanted it as a contrasting piece on the back of this chair. So you could embroider your own piece and use it when you're doing some upholstery project, or if you are lucky enough to have a piece that would work, think about that, where you could use it as a contrasting piece on a piece of furniture. All right, so hopefully you got some fun ideas there. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I do post regularly, and I share my professional design advice in our vintage home life. All right, take care, and I will talk to you soon.